everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sonia and I would love it if you could subscribe. And if you're already an existing subscriber, welcome back. So for today's video I'm going to be filming my update for the 50 Shades of Yellow and Gold project. So this is a PANtastic Ladies Collab Facebook group project and it was created by Jessica, Amanda and Cece. I'll make sure to leave their channels linked below and a link to the PANtastic Ladies Collab Facebook group if you'd like to go over there and join. And this project is where you bring in 50 items with the colour yellow and gold on them. This has been running for I think about 4 years now. It started with 50 Shades of Pink, then it went to 50 Shades of Purple, then it was 50 Shades of Green, which I participated in, and now it's 50 Shades of Yellow and Gold. Before we start today's update, I do just want to say a big thank you to everyone that commented on my post about the reason that this update is late. The reason being is because I haven't been very well. I know I mentioned a few months ago as well that I haven't been very well, and it's just been something that has been continuous. And unfortunately I'm still feeling the same way, and when I feel that way I just don't have the energy to do anything. So I do just want to say that there could potentially, I'm going to try not, but there could potentially be some later updates as well. It all just depends on if I'm feeling okay. I'm really thankful that you are all patient with me and that you've all stuck around. But yeah, I really am going to try my hardest to get these up on time, but better late than never, right? So I did just want to say a big massive thank you to you all. This is such a great community. I absolutely love it. So 50 Shades of Yellow and Gold. So this update I can roll 7 things out. I have also decluttered one thing, but I'm going to bring something else in its place, so I'll talk about that when we get to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the ones I can roll out, then I'll talk about the ones I have been working on, and I'll talk about the declutter at that time as well. So the first 2 things I can roll out is not going to come as a surprise because I've been loving both of these, and it is my Charlotte Tilbury lip liner and lipstick in Pillow Talk. So my goal was to use each of these 30 times. A lot of the makeup I brought into this project is for 30 uses. So this update I've used the lip liner 9 times and I've used the lipstick 8 times, both for a total of 30 uses. I brought these in because I didn't think that this lip colour suited me, but the more I've used it, I've really fallen in love with it and I cannot wait to use this more. So that is the first 2. I always talk about them together, but I brought them in individually into this project. The next product I can roll out is the Bella Pierre Cosmetics Heat Wave Highlighter Palette. So I think I brought this one in last update to replace another highlighter palette, I think. I can't remember. And I wanted to use each of these shades 5 times, and I have. I used these 2 here as like a highlighter here, and I've used these other 3 as an inner corner highlight for my eye. I'm going to keep this in my collection. I think it's a decent highlight. It's not my favourite, but it's definitely not one I feel like I need to get rid of. So I used it the 5 times. The next product I'm so glad is done, and I only started to use it this update. So it is the Inner Care Photo Fuse Renew Day Cream. And the reason I'm glad this is done is because firstly I'm not a massive fan of this brand. The stuff I've tried from it I've just not been wowed by, but this also just took a long time to absorb into the skin, so won't be something I would want to get again. I'm so, like I said, I'm so glad it's done because it just was not one that I enjoyed, but it was so little I thought let's just use it up, Sonia. The next thing is the SF I Woke Up Like This Gold Foil Eye Masks. So this is just a one-use thing, so I used it. These are okay. I quite like the SF brand. You can't get it here in the UK, not that I've seen anyway. I think I got these in like FabFitFun. Yeah, really did enjoy that. The next product is another product again that I'm glad is done. It is the We Are Paradox. I've got hair for some reason over everything. I'm not sure how. It is the We Are Paradox Hangover Hair Elixir. So this was a hair oil, and this update I used it 8 times for a total of 15 uses, and it is now finished. I just was not a massive fan of this. I found even if I put the littlest bit on, it made the ends of my hair just feel really greasy. I was not a massive fan of it. I'm glad I finished it. Again, I kept it in because I thought there's not that much product in here. it was quite deceiving. There was a lot more in it than I thought. But yeah, it's now done, so it's another product out of my collection. And then last but no means least, for this update for the things I finished, I have the Sanctuary Spa body wash. I was quite close on this one last update, so I thought that this one would be done. I used it 4 times this update for a total of 10 uses overall, and as you can see, it is completed. This is a good all-rounder body wash. You can get Sanctuary Spa gift sets at Christmas. I usually buy them in the between Christmas and New Year sales. I just think, like I said, it's a good all-round brand and I do enjoy it. So those are the products I can roll out. Really, really pleased with 7 rollouts. I feel like at the moment I'm doing really, really well with this project, and I've got till April next year. I don't think I said, but this project goes from April the 15th of 2023 to April the 15th, 2024. So now let's talk about the products I've been working on. So there are still some products in this project I haven't started, but I'm getting to them all slowly. It's just I've got other projects as well where I have introduced similar products, so I'm not using them both at the same time. So the first one I have is the Stila One Step Correct Primer. So the one thing I find for this primer is I don't really feel like it corrects anything. I've noticed recently I've had quite a lot of areas where they're quite red. I've noticed that this doesn't really do anything for that, but I mean it's a nice primer, it's very hydrating. I want to use this 30 times. What I'll do is when I'm talking about the makeup things, I'm just not going to say anything because a lot of them are for 30 uses. I'll think there's one thing that is into finish and I'll tell you that. So I've used this 7 times this month for a total of 8 uses overall. I have a way to go on this, but I think I've made pretty good progress on this considering I've only used it 8 times overall, so that will be staying in. The next one I have is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. This is a slow and steady foundation for me. It's not one I reach for often because it is quite full coverage and it's just not really my preference. It's nice to have in my collection in case I do need a full coverage foundation, but it's not one I reach for often. And I find because it's matte, it can make my skin look quite dry because I do have dry sensitive skin. So I've used it twice this update for a total of 8 uses overall. This one's going to be in a while, but I definitely think I'm going to have my uses by the end of the project. The next one I have is the Benefit Gold Rush Blush. I will say I haven't focused too much on this one this month because I have been trying to use other blushes in other projects to get them rolled out. This I've used once for a total of 9 uses. And I really like this blush. I have a bunch of these in my collection and I want to try and work on them to get them finished, which is going to take me forever because it takes me forever to finish blush anyway. But I would really like to try and start working on some of these because they're getting to be some of my oldest in my collection. I'm using it. Again, it's just going to take a bit of time because it's fighting with other blushes for use. The next thing I have is the Charlotte Tilbury Colour Corrector. So this is the one product I've brought in to finish for makeup. I think there is one product makeup wise I want to change my goal on, but this one is in to finish. And I've used it 7 times this update for a total of 19 uses overall, and this is what it's looking like now. I definitely am expanding the pan on this, but I have a lot of product to go still. This isn't something, I say this every time, but this isn't something that I use on a daily basis. I only use this when I've got time to do my makeup. This is most probably going to be in till the end. I am really, really hopeful I can finish it, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm still feeling pretty optimistic about that. So the next product is the product I've decluttered. So that is the Kiko Highlighter in Golden Vibes. So I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure, and I don't know how, that the product packaging had mould on it. Now, like I said, I can't be fully sure whether that was the case, but I was not taking any risks. That went straight into the bin. With that product anyway, I was going to use it 30 times and then make a decision whether I wanted to keep it or get rid of it, because it was just a highlight that I wasn't sure what I thought about it. And to be honest, I'd have most probably decluttered it anyway. Even after 20 uses, which is how much I used that, I just still wasn't loving it. So I'm actually going to bring something else in its place, but I'm only going to use it the remaining 10 times because, like I said, I used the Kiko one 20 times. And I'm going to be bringing in the Becca Rose Quartz highlight. So it's another highlight. this is what it looks like. This one has not had as much love compared to my Prismatic Amethyst one, which is one of my favourite highlights. So I'd like to try and get some use on it, but in this project I just want to use it the remaining 10 times to get my 30 uses. So that one will be coming in its place. With the Kiko highlighter, I just put it in the bin. Like, as soon as I saw mould, I was like, it's going. Well, like I said, suspected mould. I can't confirm, but it looked like it to me and I was not taking any risks with that. So the next product is the Iconic London Lip Plumping Gloss in Tickle Your Fancy. So I actually brought this one in to finish. I'm changing my goal and I'm going to change it to 30 uses. I'm not going to finish this lip gloss. I know me. I don't gravitate towards lip gloss. I still prefer just like a matte lip or a bullet lipstick. I just don't gravitate towards lip gloss as much. I really am trying, and I did manage to finish my Fenty lip gloss in my project pan, but yeah, I've got to be realistic. I'm not going to finish this. So I'm going to bring it in for 30 uses, get kind of a feel of what I think to it. I haven't used it this update, but I did want to mention it just to let you know that I am changing my uses on it. The next product is my Bourjois bronzer. So this I used 5 times this update for a total of 18 uses. I'm hoping I can get my remaining 12 uses on this by next update. Might be a bit ambitious considering I haven't really worn makeup that much over the last month. Mainly because I haven't been very well, but I also went to my family's and I didn't take any makeup with me because I was like, I'm not wearing makeup. I was there for a reason, and I took it as an opportunity to not wear makeup. So I haven't worn makeup that much. So I don't know, but I'm really hoping I can get my 12 uses on this by next update because I really want to try and focus, if I can, on the one in my project pan because it's a baked bronzer and it's going to take me a while. This bronzer's alright. It's one I'll keep in my collection, but it's not a favourite. That is all the makeup I've used. Now let's move on to skincare. So the next thing I have is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Eye Rescue Cream. So I've used this 11 times this update for a total of 23 uses, and I do want to finish this. I think everything else is in to finish that I'm talking about now. So yeah, I'm not going to keep saying the goal, but this is where I'm at. So I have hit pan now on this, and there isn't a huge amount of product left, so I could potentially have this one done by next update, and I think this would be a record on how fast I've used an eye cream up. I mean, it is only a 3ml, but even then, it's still taking me 2 months of use, so it'll be 3 months of use if I do finish it by next update for a 3ml sample. This is an alright eye cream. I find I'm not the biggest fan of Charlotte Tilbury skincare. I do like the serum, but I don't like the price tag. Yeah, I think I got this as a freebie when I bought some other things from Charlotte Tilbury. Hopefully I'll have that one done by next update. The next product I have is the Lunar Night Elixir Serum. So I started this one this update and I've used it 11 times for a total of 11 uses. So this is where I'm at now. It was all the way to the top, so I've made pretty good progress. This is quite nice. One thing I found though is this is quite oily, and I'm also using an oil as well at the minute, so my skin is quite greasy when I put both of these on. It doesn't say anything about it being an oil, but it definitely feels like an oil on the skin. But it's alright, I quite like it. This one I think is going to be in for a few months. The next product I have, I've made really good progress on this and I'm really pleased. This I started using this update and it is my Superdrug Layering Lab Gelato Body Mist. So I finished my Ted Baker one that was in my Beauty set last month. So I started to work on this and it was all the way at the top and now I'm down to here. I really like the smell of this. I think this is meant to be a dupe for Hugo Boss Orange, I think it is. And I've not smelt that perfume, but if it smells anything remotely like this, I'll really enjoy it. I might see if they have that on the Scent Addict subscription to try, because I'm curious to see if it does smell exactly like this. I would absolutely get this scent again. I do enjoy it. They also, Superdrug also do mini perfumes as well. I just got a set of these from my best friend one Christmas, like different scents. And I think you can layer scents as well with these. Yeah, these are really, really, really affordable, and I like the smell of this one. So I don't know if I said, but I've used it 14 times this update for a total of 14 uses. And then last but no means least, for the products I've used this month, I have the Ritual of May Loving Body Cream, and I've used it 5 times this update for a total of 8 uses overall, and this is where I was last month, and now I'm down to here. I am using 3 body creams at the moment, so I think this might be close to being done by next update, but I don't think it will be done. I like the smell of this one actually. I'm not usually a massive fan of the Ritual scents. I don't like the green packaging one. I can't think what that one's called. The Ritual of Jing. I'm not sure. But I don't mind the smell of this one. But this scent does linger. So if you don't like fragrance things, I wouldn't recommend this product. Or I don't know if the rest of Ritual's products are similar. But yeah, I quite like the smell of this, and I think it's a nice body cream. I don't think I would purposely go out and buy it, but if I got it back into my collection, I would definitely use it. So that is it. That is my update. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to film a couple more videos, I think. I'm going to see if I can try and catch up and film all of my videos, so you might see this look in the next 2 weeks of videos. I hope you don't mind. It's just while I'm feeling decently okay, I'm going to try and film as much as I can, so if I do start to feel really, really unwell again, I have videos going up for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and it means the absolute world to me if you could subscribe if you don't already. And until my next video, thank you for coming by. See you later.